Hello everyone. Today I'll be installing a 50 amp surface mount outlet for my electric garage heater. Okay, before I start, a disclaimer. This video is only intended for entertainment purposes. We do not encourage, recommend, or promote any type of do-it-yourself electrical work. Always hire a trained professional or licensed electrician to do any sort of electrical wiring. Again, this video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Okay, to start, we must check to see if there's power in this line. We do not want to work with any lines those are live. Okay, so there's no power, but to make sure this tester is working, always check it on a live circuit to make sure it's working. Like this right here is live. If you put it against it, it goes off. That shows that this tester is working properly. Okay, now since we have tested the tester, now we could check to see if there's power in this line. So right now there's no power. I know there's no power because it's not hooked up on the other side in the panel, but you never know. There's no power. Okay, so start. So we're gonna put this surface mount unit over here so I could plug in my garage heater. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is you'll remove this piece of metal. Okay. And we're going to fasten it to the pipe. Like so. Okay, we could put that in. We tighten that up. Okay, I know there's a stud behind here, so I don't need to put an anchor here. So I'm just going to put a screw without an anchor because there is a stud behind this wall. Okay, level that out. Now we're going to put another. There we go. Sorry about that, my lights are falling apart here. I'm working in my garage and I don't have a great setup here. Okay, here we go. So much for my setup. Okay, the impact from my impact drill made the light fall off. Okay. Now I'm not sure if I don't need any more because the two screws are holding this quite firmly, but let me see if there's another stud here. No, I don't really need that because it's pretty strong. Okay, now we're going to measure the wire, make sure everything's. So first thing I'm going to get out of the way is the neutral wire, which goes right here. Now, there's no place for the ground wire on this box, so I'm gonna, because neutral and the ground are pretty much the same thing, I'm gonna put both of them in this bracket. Get them out of the way. You never want to cut the ground wire. You never know what you future plans are. So leave this ground wire, leave some slack in here, but again, cut this off. Okay, that's still a little too long. Perfect. Okay, so we're just going to go around it with your utility knife to make. Don't go too hard. You don't want to nick the wire, because nicking the wire will make it break easily. Okay, put that in there. I'm gonna put the ground in there with it. Make sure this. This is the most difficult wire because there's so much there's not much to work with and much room to work with. Now tighten this firmly. There we go. Now these two wires, doesn't matter if the red goes on the right or left, they're the same thing. You can mix or match. Doesn't matter. Not mix or match, but you could go on either side. Okay. I like to leave as much slack the box allows, so if there's any mistakes or future changes, you have a little bit extra wire to work with. But this box doesn't allow much, so we're gonna have to and the same thing on this side. Okay. There you go. And just squeeze this under there. And squeeze that in there. sure you tighten this nice and firmly. Not too crazy, but enough that it doesn't slip out or it gets nice connection. There we go. Okay, that's good. Check to see if they're all tight once again. Okay, now we're ready for the cover. And once we're done with that, then we're good to power it up. Okay, now you put the cover in. It fits in like a puzzle. There you go. And put the screw on there. Okay, that's everything. Now we are all ready to power this up, and you could plug in your oven. This is the same plug that is for oven that is behind your kitchen range, and you could plug anything that requires a 50 amp circuit into this plug. Thank you for watching. Again, this video was intended for entertainment purposes only. I have 4-year electrical training, so I'm doing this, but I do not recommend, promote, or encourage anyone doing a do-it-yourself electrical work. Again, thank you for watching. Have a nice evening.